to the channel. Another, not a repair video, but more of, pretty much just going to take you along of what I'm going to be doing today. I got some parts for the S10. A grill, a bumper, the actual matching type bumper, meaning, see how it has the plastic on it. And this is not in the best shape, and that's, typical. But that's, it's not a big deal. I don't really care. Chrome is, however, really in great shape, and that's what I was really after. I can always paint this black. And this piece is supposed to be chrome, but it's actually gone and peeled and just faded and whatever else. So, but anyway, it actually will match the molding on the truck, because it's supposed to have that matching bumper. When I got the truck, it had black bumpers, as you remember seeing. I bought this off of a junkyard truck, put that on here because it looked a lot better. I'm a big chrome fan. So yeah, and I put that on here, but it's got a big dent, and it's not really what I wanted, but I wanted something better than the black that it had. Then, Facebook Marketplace, I guess I'm going to mention his name. Kyle is a big YouTuber, and way bigger than me. Maybe I'll get there one day, but I actually bought this lower valance with the fog light cutout piece. It's in great shape from him, as well as the bottom bumper. Big shout out thanks to him. And I also bought the chrome mirrors from him as well. These are actually in really good shape. So I got those. And there's something else that I want to say I got from him, but I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, big shout out to him. He's an awesome guy, just like he is with, on YouTube. Very friendly, and that garage he's got is really, really awesome. And I'll leave a link to his channel in the bottom in the comments or in the description below. So make sure you check that out. He's got also a lot of content of S10s on his channel, and he's actually got a few projects that he's building himself. So anyway, so I got the grill from the junkyard, 20 bucks, and let's see what else. Also bought these. They're stock Chevrolet mud flaps, but as you can see, I burned it because I made a stupid mistake. The front ones are good, but right here, the wind blew backwards against this. This got really hot and melted a big old slashing hole into it, just about. So that kind of ruined the mud flap, as you can tell. It just disintegrated it. And it's really upsetting, disappointing, but you'll have that. I never crossed my mind about the exhaust. But it wasn't touching, sitting still. What it was is when I was driving, the wind blew it backwards, and the heat just melted it. So I picked this up in the junkyard. Got this in the junkyard. Also the lights that go in the heater controls, picked those up. Those are notorious for fouling. Got a steering wheel. This is the steering wheel that actually came off. I've actually already installed the leather wrapped steering wheel that everybody tries to go after, and it's hard to find because it's rare. This is the one that was on it. It's got a gash in it. There's some slits in it right here, but it's still good. The top, it moves back and forth, but it's I'm gonna put that on Marketplace, sell for like $5 or $10 if somebody wants that. This I picked up from a guy off of Marketplace. I think it was like $20 for this. Didn't have the gauges in it. I just paid $20 for the gauge pod. I wanted one with 2. This came with 3. So I'm actually going to put in probably an oil pressure gauge, temperature, and a boost gauge, more than likely. And put this in the truck. I also have this. Picked this up at the junkyard. I have a 93 Blazer Actually has the 110 miles per hour speedometer, which is what I was looking for. Everybody goes after these. And it actually had 161,000 on it. The vehicle I took it out of, 4.3. And all the blue is in excellent shape. The needles are still orange, so that's awesome. This, I picked this up at the junkyard. I think it was like 20 bucks, as well as that one was. And this actually has the factory tack for 82 to 85. This is the dash model. 86 to 93, you have this dash model. This is awesome. Very, very rare to find. I'm not going to be using the tack. I'm going to be taking this part out. The fuel gauge is here. Usually it's here. So that's down here. Temperature, gas gauge, battery, oil pressure. I'm going to take this out and put an actual gauge in here that fits in its location and fill up that gap and make it look stock. This is the actual gauge I'm going to be putting in that cluster. And this is what it does. I've already hooked it up in this truck and been using it. I think it was like 80 bucks at O'Reilly's. It lights up. You can change the colors to green, blue, and red, or you can just keep it factory white. I like the red. It lights up pretty good at night. Very responsive. You can see the factory one goes up to 85 miles an hour, so that'll be nice. Also need to fix some of the lights because they don't light up in here correctly. Like that side lights up, the other side doesn't light up for the turn signal. High beams, that part lights up. Hazards, and you see one only lights up. Let's see what else. Hate that sound. Some of the gauges it's supposed to light up when you turn it on, like the ABS and some other stuff is missing. And I'm sure one of the bulbs is probably burned out in the back because it just doesn't light up that well. It looks okay in camera, but at night I'm not a fan. I like LEDs myself. Here's something else I picked up at the junkyard. 20 bucks. Can you believe that? 20 bucks for a toolbox. It's nasty. It needs to be cleaned out. Purple Power or some of that good degreaser, let it soak. I think these things are like 50 to 100 bucks brand new, so that's awesome to find this score. And if you hadn't already, there's a video on my channel where I got this truck off of. Toolbox. Alright, so here in the 85, this is what LEDs look like. A lot better. Yeah, I do have a bulb out in the front, that's why that's lighting up. Yeah, that's pretty much what LEDs does. And also have a tack in here, but it's not as big. But yeah, I'm going to take that tack and put it in this location. That'll look pretty sweet, kind of stock look. So really quick, I'm going to go over the truck just real fast before we get to the replacing the stuff. I'm sure I'm probably boring y'all, and I'm sorry for that. Dual exhaust, Flowmaster. Yeah, the wheels and tires from this truck over here are swapped over. Tail lights have been changed. I put chrome mirrors on it, but these do not have the pieces on them, and these are so rusted shut you can't move them, adjust them back and forth. I glued the pieces that go in the windshield because water was getting in. I took the whole cowl apart, glued that part. I took silicone, sealed this part because it was leaking. I put the emblems on it. They say S10 because it was missing, and I painted them black. I put chrome rings around the fenders. What else? The bumper, the valance. What else has been done to this old girl? I can't keep up. Oh yeah, check out my custom headliner. Of course you can't really see it, but you can see the dots. It actually has push pins holding the headliner in because it sagged so bad it kept blowing stuff in my face and my eyes. So I put switches in. I'm going to hook up fog lights in this thing. Leather wrapped steering wheel. It's not the greatest shape. It's got some paint on it from the vehicle I took it from. Whoever had that vehicle was a painter. So there's paint all over it. I tried getting it off, but it wouldn't come off. What else? Oh yeah. Radio's been changed. It's got an aftermarket now. AC works, blows ice cold. This is pretty much my daily now because the other truck needs some work and I've not been driving it. So anyway, that's pretty much a little of an update of this thing before we get started with the other upgrades and repairs. Alright, so we got to take the grill off before we can really get to the bumper, because you can't get to the bolts down in here, you know, without the grill. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the grill off real quick. It is 8 Torx head bolts that take the grill out. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that takes them out. So go ahead and do that real quick. And by the way, if I didn't tell you already, it's a 10 Torx head. The size is T10 for the Torx head. And what I mean by Torx head bolts, if you don't know, camera's not going to focus. It's like a star bit is basically what it is. That and they're called Torx bit. Okay, she's took apart. So now, as you can see, the streaks and stuff from the rainwater and being dirty. I can wipe it with my finger. See how it comes out. It's still not the best. So this is what I do. Get a towel that has a little bit of a grit to it, as you can see, and I've used it before. That's what I use this for. And a microfiber soft towel after. Then you get some of this stuff. Not a sponsor by it, but I love it. Best stuff in the world for chrome, aluminum, whatever, rims, mag aluminum polish by Mothers. Shines, protects, automotive metals. I use this stuff on everything that's chrome. It's white. You just take some on the towel. This is kind of milky because it stays in my building back here and it gets pretty hot in there. Probably not a good idea for products like this. And then you just apply it all over the chrome. You can see by me going over it, you can see the chrome coming out already. I went ahead and took the tag off, so get it behind there. I usually put it on here, let it dry a little bit like you do wax, and then rub it back off with this, and then the finishing you use the microfiber. That's one wipe down. Here's the finish. My goodness. Man, that looks sweet. That is so clean. Here you go. Finished product. Look how shiny. Just to think, all that chrome was right there. It just needed to be cleaned up. Soft. You can pick that stuff up for about $5 at Walmart or any auto parts store carries it, but I get it at Walmart because it's cheaper. Gotta put the lights back in the bumper. There are 3, as you can tell, 7mm bolts to hold that in. Alright, so what do you guys think about this idea? Black or chrome? Now, I'm a big fan of chrome. I like the looks because, number one, this is the 9-piece grill slot. I like this style. There's another type of chrome grill that's like this model, but I don't like it. I like the ones with the slots and individual. I think there's 9 slots, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 9 pieces. Same thing with the black. But I think, even though that I really love chrome, I'm gonna go back with the black grill because it matches with the paint. I got enough chrome as it is with the mirrors, the tail light lenses, the bumpers are chrome. So I mean, I believe that's gonna do it. Put the black back on it and leave it like that. I'm gonna go ahead and sell the bumper that was on this truck, and I'm gonna sell probably the chrome grill. If I don't sell the chrome grill, it'll probably go on the other S10 sitting over there, but it's actually a GMC S15, so that probably won't look right. Alright, so I changed my mind real quick. I'm actually going to run the chrome grill for a little bit and see how I like that. I can always change it back to the black. It's not a big deal. It's 8 screws and it comes right out. Easy, really easy. It takes probably like 5 minutes to swap it out, if that. It looks really good, honestly. I went ahead and washed the grill. It needed to be cleaned up, so I washed it up, and that's not even polished with chrome polish, and it's already clean and shiny. It does have a few flaws up close, as you can tell right here. There's some, looks like paint, because this is the same grill and steering wheel off of that vehicle that had paint, and there's a spot there. The grill pieces inside of here, one of them's broke, and the other one's broken right here. There's some fading going on, and then there's this stuff that won't come off. I don't know what that is. This side has a couple holes, and there's a screw right here. So, and then there's a hole down there. But I mean, it works. It looks good, and I can either take this one out, swap it onto the other truck, or I can sell it with the other chrome bumper that I'm gonna sell right here. So we'll see. Alright, so we got a little bit of a test fit going on here. I got the fog lights with the ballast on it, and I put the fog lights in it. I put bricks underneath it to hold everything up because I'm not sure if I want to use this on this truck. I'm thinking about using the fog lights, the ballast on the S15 over there instead of the S10, because there's a few reasons why, and there'll be a video coming out explaining that. However, what do you guys think? LEDs, chrome grill, chrome bumper, fog lights on this one, LED fog lights. These are Apina fog lights, Walmart. Forget how much they were. They were like $22 or something like that. And then another $17 if you want to buy the kit. It actually has the relay, the switch, the fuse, and all this stuff, including all the goodies, or goods, as you can tell right there, the wiring harness. I think it was another 17 bucks or something like that for that, or 12, something like that. I mean, it comes with this stuff already in the box of the fog lights, but you only have this right here to work with, power and ground, and I didn't like that. I wanted a whole switch and everything with a relay, and that way everything would be safe, so this is what I bought. I may make a separate video besides this one of installing this ballast and these fog lights, because I'm really thinking about putting it on the other truck. Alright, there she is. Tag's back on it, the ballast is back on it, and this chrome grill is going to be on it for a little bit. See how I like that when the sunset hits it during the daytime. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out, put these mirrors on it real quick that I got, and polish those up. Alright, so we're back at it again. It's been a couple weeks, maybe, since the last time I recorded the video of the 93 over here on the other side. Now we got the 85 in the carport. So I guess we can get started on it now, since it's been neglected and I've not really been driving it or touching this thing. I've not done nothing to it. So the idea was, I was using the ballast and the fog lights on the 93 on the other side. But come to find out, I think I want to put the LEDs and the fog light ballast cutouts on this truck instead. Now, there's a couple of reasons why, and another video will be coming out, but one of these trucks have got to go. And that's kind of another topic for another video, but yeah. So anyway, another thing I want to change is the grill. Now, I've changed this grill, man, I couldn't tell you how many times, but I'm ready to change it again because the chrome is kind of fading just a little bit in some spots, and I need to take it back off and repaint the inner part where the black is, because it's got like faded from the sun. And I kind of want to reserve this one because this is the only grill that I found at the junkyard. I got it off of a 93 Blazer. This is an 85 model truck, so it's not supposed to have this. It's supposed to have a 3-piece grill, but anyway, that's beside the point. I'm going to take the Chevy grill and throw that on here and make the truck look better because it's white, and that'll bring out the white paint with the black grill and then the chrome bumper in the front. Don't get me wrong, I love the GMC and I would keep it, but I'm not getting rid of it. I'm just going to put it in storage, rest with the parts stash. So I've been to the junkyard again. A few things that I picked up was these rain guards. These things are like 40 bucks or something like that, I think is what the price is, or maybe it's 60 bucks for two. I can't remember because I know I replaced these. I put 2 of these on here, and I think it was like 40 or 60 bucks. Anyway, got this at the junkyard, 2 of them, 10 bucks. Score. Mirrors. These were in the last clip. I need to clean them up. They got some paint on them because I've been painting and didn't realize it comes right off as soon as you scrape it off. So I could take some SOS pad or just a little bitty plastic putty knife and scrape it back off. I'm going to throw these on the truck because they got black mirrors. I don't like black mirrors that well. And these have the little mirror so you can help when you're backing up like a trailer. And then I got some more emblems, as you can tell. I also picked up these. Now, nothing I've got is 4-wheel drive, but just to fool with people, because that's just how I am. And of course you can't see that. That's better. So that's about where I want to put it, right above the pinstripe. But I got to finish getting the paint back off, get this ugly gray off right here, glue it, slap it on. And I got both sides, so I'm going to do both sides, make people think this is 4-wheel drive. Don't ask me why, I'm just doing it because I want to. Picked this up at the junkyard because they got blue interior and you hardly ever see these pieces in this good shape. It is a little dirty, but it's like the padding and everything is still here. It's not broke, the clips are not broke. The holes where the screws are at are not wallered out or tore. This part right here where most people put their elbow, it's not wore out either. So that's a good find. Also got a mirror with the lights in it. Now you're probably wondering about the rain guards, and those are going on in a 93, but just trust me when I say they're going on there. I just can't do it in this video because I don't have any of the double-sided tape. I forgot to pick up some today just so I could finish this. So yeah, they're going on, just you won't see it in this video. I know the lighting sucks, guys, and I'm sorry. Here's kind of what it looks like. This one's got a little bit of left of sticky left, so I slapped it on just so you can kind of get the picture of what it's going to be. And next thing I want to do is tint the windows because those need to be tinted. And these are a little bit longer. They kind of go overlap the mirror, which is not what I want. But I can always cut it right here. Nobody's ever going to see it. As long as it sticks on, keeps the rain out, and makes the truck look better. One last thing I've already picked up and installed on the truck. The beauty rings. These chrome rings right here. I was missing those. I'm still missing one. Went to the junkyard today, still no luck. I looked at every one of the S10s that were down there that they had, and actually 2 or 3 fresh ones, still nothing. Here's what the back looks like. Of course, you can't really see it that well, because my lighting is never that great. But you get the picture, you get the idea, so that's all that matters. It looks a lot better with the rings that are back on the truck with these rims. See what I mean? Also, I'd like to find a full set of white lettering tires to put on this thing. That would look good with the paint scheme I've got going on, and the wheels and the tires and such, and the body of the truck. This one here, that's the one I'm missing. Alright, so here's another problem with this. All the bolts are out of the grill, but the grill ain't falling out. Did you notice? Nothing. You gotta push down. This part I don't like. Like that. And then on the other side, without trying to break it, so many issues, man. So many issues. Alright, I finally got it out. I'm really glad. Y'all didn't want to hear that noise because that didn't sound too good. I actually cracked it getting it out. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. But that's something else I need to fix on the truck. And that is, this thing has been wrecked before. And if you go back to when I first picked up this truck, you got to go back and look on the videos. The thumbnail on the picture is a orange Chevy S10. I think it's titled as my first 400 or my $400 S10, whatever. When I got this, the truck had been wrecked. It was smacked in on this side. The fender was all crammed. This part was crammed. And the radiator support was all tore up. The hood had hood pins in the radiator support, had holes in the hood. The hood was dented in the front. The passenger fender had rust all in it, and it was messed up. So I was like, okay. And the bumper that was on it was black, but it had been replaced. And when I took the bumper off to change all this stuff, the brackets are broke. They're not welded on, they're bolted on to the frame. And because of that problem, it's got this side going in way more than what it should be. And it's causing a problem with the grill, because the grill is supposed to go in and slide in behind the bumper. And the only way to fix that is if I tear the whole thing back apart again and fix where the front end is shifted this way, it needs to be shifted back that way. But even if it does, I'm afraid that I'm not going to have room or clearance for the bumper on that side of there. And that's my only problems. So I don't know. I don't know if I should leave it or not, because another issue is when you open and shut the hood, this part right here is real gapped, and that side over there is rubbing and touching. The same way with the door. See right here? And this right here, the fender needs to come up like, just like a hair. It just needs to be knocked up with a hammer. Just one little tap and then it would be lined up. But this part is so close, it needs to be pulled out some, and this part needs to be come out some. It's too close to the door. The cowl is not right against the windshield. And this side that's rubbing, everything is shifted that way. So, because of that, look at this gap. I can fit my pinky between that. That's way too much. Way too much of a gap. And there's way too much of a gap up here. That side's pushed up. This side's pulled out. Same way with the fender. The problem is this right here. If I move this front end over, it's going to start hitting this bumper. And yes, I have the brackets that go to the frame on the inside of this fender, both sides. But the part where these mount up. You see how it's broke, and there's bolts through it. Yeah, that's not right. I don't know what else to do about that unless I add some kind of spacers to the nuts right here where I'm pointing at, and space it back to where it's not so close to the truck. Alright, so I guess we're just going to throw this grill on because ain't nothing I can do about the front end issues now. Alright, so the grill's back on, and I took the ballast back off because one of the main reasons is it ain't bolted on, and I'm not ready to put the fog lights on it, but I'm going to wait for a later time to finish that up. That'll be in a separate video. That's not a big deal, you know, just look out for that one. And now that the grill and everything is back on, and it actually looks pretty good with the Hart number 3 on the front. Since that's done, I am actually going to move on to the mirrors real quick and get those knocked out and changed. Alright, so I took the cover off. There's 3 screws, if you didn't know, to do this. Torch head bolts. And they are a T15. That is the size. So once you take those out, then you can get the cover off, and then there's a bolt down here and a bolt up here which you can't see. Bolt right there, bolt right there. And those are, I believe, can't tell you the size because I don't even see it. Anyway, this here is supposed to seal this off to keep water from going inside the door. I'm going to clean this off real quick, and then we'll put the new mirror on. Alright guys, well here's the finished product. I just got through washing the truck. It needs to be waxed really bad. It's got some residue in the paint from over the years of fading and just not being taken care of that well. And then it'll look perfect again. I do need to get tires put on these wheels, and that'll be coming soon. And I need to put the stock ballast, or in other terms, air dam piece for the rear, the bottom of the bumper. I'm not going to put the fog lights on it yet. I'm going to wait because I need to get this whole front end squared away first, so everything lines up right, everything shuts right, opens right, you know, and looks a lot better. I mean, it looks okay from a distance until you get up close, as far as how the body lines line up. But you can see what I mean about the paint. See how it's got the white, you know, checkered looking. I don't know what that is, but I don't like it. I just know that when it's waxed compound, it brings all that out, as well as this stuff that I can't. Just needs to be really went over. Probably need to take a clay bar and go over the whole paint, even though that's probably a little too much for something that's like 30 years old, you know, 35 years old actually. I need to finish getting the back of the paint finished on the truck. I was taking SOS pad and some water and soap, and that's how I got the whole front end of the vehicle. Actually, the door, the cabs, the doors and the cab and the bed back to white. The front end is off an 88, as I mentioned before, and the radiator support's off a 93. So anyway, I need to finish, get this back all white again, so the whole truck looks a lot better. I mean, it's pretty cool for the color scheme that's going on right now. You know, it's got the Earnhardt tag in the front, you know, and then it's got this color matching scheme, and then I got my logo on the back of the window. People look at me funny when I go down the road. Got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. Tailgate looks good. I replaced that. That's not the original tailgate. That's actually an 88 model tailgate. The original one I still have, but it's rusted and it's dented up. So I replaced it with this one, and then I've been using the crap out of this truck, and then I started beating up this tailgate. Kind of stupid, huh? Didn't think about that too well. It's beat up now. It wasn't like that when I got it, when I swapped it on here. The bed is in perfect shape. It's just dirty, and I still need to get that soap out of here. That's one of the reasons why I don't like mats. But the lip right here needs to be taken care of. I've not finished that either. It's too many projects, not enough time. It's time consuming, and it's just one of those things where I keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. There's a little rust spot here I need to take care of. Here, you know, if I could find another bed, it'd probably be better in a way. It just depends. But it's got to be the same color. I'm not putting on a different bed that's blue or pink or purple or black or something else, because if it's black, then I'm gonna end up trying to change the front end to black, because I just don't like the mix match stuff. I don't mind this a little bit because it kind of blends in as it goes down the truck, but I want to go ahead and finish it and get this all white. And in the meantime, I want to still look for another bed. So if you know or have another bed that's a long bed, I'm in North Carolina, and as long as it's no longer than, I'd say, a couple hours, then I might be interested in getting it. But if it's longer than a 2-hour trip, then I don't know, because this truck needs some other work, and I don't really want to drive it that far. But it looks just amazing. I love the chrome mirrors that I put on it, the tinted glass, the rain guards, the beauty rings, these rims. I finally found these rims. They're very hard to find now. Nobody wants them, but they're just hard to find in good shape without being bent up or banged up or scratched up. And they're 14s. But there will be more content on this truck, and as well as the 93 that I have at home. And there'll be a future video coming up about what I'm going to do with these two, and make sure you look forward to that. And as always, have any questions or comments, leave them in the bottom. I'll try my best to get to them. And if you hadn't already, smash that subscribe button and make sure you have the notification bell on, so every time I upload, you get notified. Because there's a lot of you out there that are watching that's not subscribed, or that doesn't have that bell notification on, and you're missing a lot of good content in my book. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more on my long journey of getting this truck back to where I want it to be. Thanks for watching. Have a great day or night. Stay tuned for more.